Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our preview of round 7. So if you're enjoying the channel, go ahead, hit the like button, and if you're not already subscribed, hit that button too. We're building a nice little community here and we'd love for all of you to become a part of it. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so when you get an alert when a new episode drops.
Got it.
Let's do Thursday night footy, Anzac Eve. It's become a pretty good fixture on Anzac Day weekend. Melbourne versus Richmond. It's a nice night. They turn the lights off. The horsemen come in with the...
It's called the preamble. The preamble's good.
The preamble?
Yeah, like right? The preamble's good.
They do it really well.
It's good atmosphere when they do it.
And like the silence of the horses.
It's
clip-clopping.
It's eerie, but it's good.
It's great how they do the day.
You know, it'd be eerie if the horse spoke.
Mr. Ed. Let's put honey in his mouth.
No, molasses, Angela. How many times?
Yeah, molasses. I think it was molasses.
It's no. What do you mean you think? I know. I've looked it up. I've done research on Mr. Ed.
I mean, he goes,
What would you do research on Mr. Ed? What would you do research on Mr. Ed?
For show purposes.
Anyway.
Ironically, it's become a good game.
It has.
Melbourne, Richmond.
I think Richmond got him last year. Was it the year
I
before?
can't remember.
Can't remember in a shock.
Can't remember yesterday, mate.
Well, it was more of a spectacle, let's be honest, when Melbourne were going well and Richmond were flying with all the stars.
Yeah, that was a spectacle, yeah.
I think Melbourne will win. I think Melbourne wins.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
In our last episode, you were pumping up Richmond.
I was, but I said to you they're going to drop games, yeah?
That's right.
And I think Melbourne will come out and they'll do the job. And when I say do the job, 2 goals, 3 goals, be close.
I think so too.
I'm going to the Tigers.
Okay, does he bring back Van Rooyen and Fritz, or does he stay with the same?
No, he'll bring him back.
Why? Really?
Because he's too nervous. Yeah.
Too nervous?
Who goes?
So the players have got it done...
It's one thing to do it straight away, but then the longer you go, eventually you're going to lose his nerve. He'll lose his nerve, you'll play him again this week.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I think so.
Okay,
so you reckon Richmond?
Hey, don't get me wrong. They could win this by 150 points. He's still dead man walking. He ain't here next year.
No, I don't think
He's not here next year.
That.
No, I agree with that.
What happens if they win the flag from here? Just saying.
Gone.
Yeah, Gorn will be part of it.
Gone.
Max Gorn.
Anything else to add to that?
Richmond.
Nah,
I think Richmond.
Melbourne.
I like their grit. I want to see Richmond apply the pressure that Fremantle didn't. And we'll see if Melbourne can do that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'd like to see that because one thing they do, Richmond, is apply pressure.
Yeah,
they do.
They're not
million miles an hour.
They play a simple game plan, but it works.
So I'm going to Tigers.
Fair enough.
The following day is the big one at 3:20 MCG. It's Anzac Day. Collingwood versus Essendon. The tradition continues. That's actually from tennis, isn't it? The Australian Open.
Is it the
tradition? Yeah, in the
continues?
90s. Yeah, it was saying
something like that.
What a pity.
Who's going?
What a pity of what?
Oh, this game.
Why?
It's a whitewash, mate.
He reckons Collingwood's going to wallop them.
They
Well,
can.
they've got, what, a 38-year-old has to come in and play, does he? Because they've lost their 2 ruckmen.
But hang on, you guys both say ruckman, big deal.
I do.
Yeah, I know. But when
No,
you've
I
got
didn't,
38...
I didn't say it was going to be a whitewash.
I am.
So what do you...
Smack them.
Okay.
They're winning games kicking 11-7... What's 11-7?
11-7. No, they kicked 11-9. They kicked 11-11, 77, yeah.
No, but what is 11-7?
73, yeah. Okay.
73. You are hopeless with the scores.
Yeah, I know. He's the best. That's why we have him.
Hey, give me any
What
score
do you think
in
he's
the
here
world. We know that.
to contribute? No. He's a human calculator, mate, on that one.
Any score you want, mate. No
4
problem.
goals, 58.
82.
See?
I don't know.
Easy.
Yeah, you're probably right. We back you. Nah,
That's
it's
bad kicking.
Whitewash.
Whitewash.
Yeah,
I think
whitewash.
Collingwood wins. Essendon will be competitive because of the day and the spirit, but
Essendon will have a crack. Don't worry about that.
Essendon will have a crack.
I'm sure they'll have a
But
crack.
I think I'm with him. Collingwood too much class. It's simple
too
as that.
I think they'll just go the distance. They'll go further than them. Yeah.
Mate, Cake gets a mention here every week, Cake. They get a mention every week.
Yep.
Go on the distance, yeah. They
Well,
do.
but what do you say margin was? I know you can't exact margin. What do you... Yeah, thereabouts.
6 goals plus.
Okay, I reckon about 4 goals-ish.
So either way, comfortable.
Yeah, I think so.
comfortable.
3 goals.
So it's going to be in dispute.
No. Why is it in dispute?
3 goals is
Collingwood
gettable.
will be 40 points up. Essendon kicks the last 3.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
That's a whitewash.
No, I'm not picking.
That's a whitewash.
Any danger Collingwood losing?
No, I don't think so.
Fair enough.
No.
Friday night at Optus Stadium, Fremantle play Adelaide. That's at 8:10. This game gets lost always. The night game in Perth. It gets lost on Anzac.
Maybe
Day.
No,
not.
it'll be all right.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's an important game for both sides.
That's why I think it might
is.
not. Another whitewash, boys.
Yeah, Fremantle wins.
Pardon?
They can win at home.
That's my whole
Yeah, they
point.
can win at
So you
home.
know what's going to happen in this game? I'm serious. I know what you're saying. Fremantle will go back to Perth, security blanket, the heater's on. It's going to be a cold day in Perth that day. And it's never cold. The heater's
It's never
on.
cold in Perth.
I know, but the heater's on. It's all
Go to
comfortable.
Northbridge, Fremantle, have a coffee
Have a
during
nice
the
breakfast
day.
before the game. We're all together.
All right, okay.
So they will. What I'm saying is, well, Adelaide will be hard at it and they'll get close, but I think Freo will get over the line just. It'll be close.
I'm picking Freo as well. They'll pour, and they
Yeah, that's
need
right.
to do some soul searching this week. And
How do they do that? Like, what happens?
they sit down
that's
and
No,
think about it.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, so what they do is they search for shoe soles.
Soul searching.
On the shoes short.
Yeah.
Dr. Scholes.
say it.
Dr. Scholes.
With seashells.
Yeah. Dr. Scholes sell souls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Craig Shaw, is that what he does now,
yeah,
Craig
it's
Shaw?
a doctor.
Yeah, he's a
I
doctor.
always thought he ran it like back. You know.
Maybe he does. But
No,
spelled,
I don't
spelled
know.
different.
No,
Spelled
Dr.
different.
Scholes was
Dr. Skull.
Yeah, skull.
before our time.
I hate picking against Adelaide every week because
Because you're impressed by him, right?
yeah, I like watching them.
But you get my point here, don't you? And
100%.
I'm being stupid, but I think Freo will just go home and just get over the line.
That's a good theory, but it's not going to happen.
Okay. Interesting.
I can't trust those donkeys. I'm sick of them
You never
already.
trust donkeys. You know how important donkeys were
In the
yes,
Anzac?
you
when
do.
you talk
I
about
know,
the
yeah,
Anzac era.
that's
You always say a class
Mate.
of donkey is no good. You know they are magnificent.
Listen here. In grade 6, I did a school project. You had to do projects, right?
Yeah.
On Anzacs, right?
You mean you did something other than not footy? I always did footy projects.
Well, it was an Anzac Day project, right? And I did it on Simpson and his donkey,
Absolutely.
who went and got injured soldiers on his donkey and
Yeah.
brought them back. So they are important. I'm being serious. I'm just enlightening the
I don't know why
viewers.
we always want to
Anyway.
Nah, well, it's just
put down a donkey for his.
So it's my fault now. So when Jeff Lee calls
Hey.
what's his who was it?
Who was the player? Who was the donkey?
Galt.
Jones to McClure, on to Towns. Towns still going. McConville got in his way. Keogh to Ashman again. Ashman a hand pass to Galt. This is another goal. Oh, you donkey!
Rodney Galt. When Jeff Leake says you donkey, that's my fault, is it?
That's true.
So
I discovered that bit of footage, thanks.
yeah, you did.
Magnificent.
You did well.
We're done with that. Let's move on.
Yep.
Saturday, Marvel Stadium at 1:20. St Kilda are home to Brisbane.
This is a poor round of football. This is another whitewash.
Really?
Yeah. Come on. Let's not be silly here.
You're going to run out of detergent.
Brisbane, yeah, we need bleach. They will trounce these clowns.
I'm with him.
They ain't losing 2 in a row, I promise
And not
you.
just that, they're going to be angry. They got like,
They came out breathing fire.
no, they won't be breathing fire. No,
We nearly got it.
all jokes aside, they're going to be seething from last week.
Seething.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah, they were ordinary.
So what I'm saying now, all
They
jokes,
were really
they're going to come out and go, right, enough.
Enough. Yeah,
Look,
we've
and-
had our one.
Yeah, they're going to cop a. St Kilda's going to cop a hiding.
Collingwood did something to Brisbane that no other club can
Yeah,
do.
smack them.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
they
But let's be
I
honest.
won't go into it, but
Nah.
yeah, well, they spread them and they pushed them up
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
frontal pressure and all that stuff that Collingwood
Everything,
did.
yep.
You think that Collingwood just went to the Gabba and waltzed in and won by
Nah,
50 points? There
no.
was that much work that
They
went
worked
into
hard,
it,
yeah,
even
for sure.
between the game.
100%.
Kilda aren't capable of doing that.
Nah,
to
they're not in
Brisbane.
the same league as
But
Brisbane.
what I'm saying is, well, Brisbane going to be bloody angry.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah,
I
that's
reckon
what I mean. They'll be filthy. They had their pants pulled down at
Yeah.
home on a Thursday night.
And that won't happen again.
Eight
That
to
won't
10,
happen
8 to 10
again.
goals for me.
Yeah, I'm not far behind you, if not more, honestly.
Okay.
Where are the St Kilda goals going to come from?
Early St Kilda were playing on a bit of passion, a bit of. 'cause we
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
saying their side's not that great, but they're going okay.
They're going all right. They're going all right.
Mountain of injuries.
But that's all they
now
can
it's
give.
starting to.
Yeah, it's starting
So,
to show.
what are you thinking?
Oh, Brisbane comfortably. I can't. 50 points.
Yeah, it's about right, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
50 points. Saturday twilight, Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide versus North Melbourne.
Me? Or
50
you?
points.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
What, North
Are you
gonna
talking
kick,
to me? You talking to me?
North going to kick
Scarface.
50?
Okay.
Is that what you said?
This
50 points?
this could be a 100-point belting because Port's going okay. I might as well say it first. Port's going okay. They've had a good 2 weeks.
Oh,
They
yeah,
come
have.
back home.
They have.
They've got good rhythm going. They've got good connection now. I've got no idea who's going to stop Butters. I've got no idea who's going to stop Rosie. I've got no idea who's going to stop Georgiades.
Horn Francis?
I've got no idea who's going to stop Horn Francis. A shout out to Ollie Wines. Hope you're all right, mate.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
good about his.
That's a couple of times it's happened.
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah, that's not good. Okay.
What is? What's that margin
That's,
talk?
That's
Don't turn up.
Yeah, 80 plus.
If
Before
you're,
you have your...
if you're a North Melbourne player, if you're Dylan Stevens,
Don't ever insult me again, ever.
what's your mindset going to play a game like this?
I've done a hammy and I'm not travelling.
I'm not going.
What
He's
is
not
it?
going.
We'll go. We'll play.
He's driving.
We'll get whacked.
Oh, yeah, he might drive up.
Like, what's your attitude? What's the
You're
point?
gonna have your
No, I want to have my say because I know you're going to let loose.
just
Go.
loose. You'd be surprised.
You would hope, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, you would hope North Melbourne, I'm going to steal a line from
every
you.
2 weeks.
I'm going to steal a line from you, come out breathing fire. Okay? I don't care about the result, but I want, you go, Sam Mitchell tells Hawthorn to be dirty.
Yeah.
Alistair Clarkson should surely say, I don't care if you get 4 weeks.
He couldn't give
Show
a
me-
rat's razor.
Hang on, can I finish?
Yep, go for it.
Show me something. Show me something.
No, I agree.
So who are the, Butters? He's going to destroy us? Put his head into the turf.
Yeah. I
Don't
know.
concuss him, but hurt him. But you know what I mean.
Let him know about it.
They don't have anyone capable
No,
of doing that. They're
no.
nice men. They're a good bunch of blokes.
They're good blokes. They're real good. They're solid citizens, aren't they?
That's
Like if you want to help an old lady across the road, you get North Melbourne players to do it, wouldn't you?
exactly.
100%.
If
In
you want
other
someone
jobs, it'd be
to
lollipop.
lollipop, yeah. If you want someone to get the milk from the milk bar that doesn't exist anymore, you get North Melbourne players to get. John
That's why I was
Simpkin.
worried when they went to the winery that they all dropped their glasses of wine and
Yeah.
you know. You said something about a fire. Come out breathing fire.
No, I would hope.
Springsteen said you can't start a fire without a spark.
You can't start a fire without a spark.
Correct.
Ooh, that's
Ain't no spark at North Melbourne. Can't start a fire
Okay.
without it.
No.
Go.
the floor is yours.
No, there's not
Vito.
much to say. I'm just going to say this. Piss off. Don't turn up. Forfeit the game. You're a disgrace, the whole lot of you. Forfeit. I want to see the first forfeit ever in AFL this week because you're going to embarrass yourselves. And even worse, embarrass the members, the supporters, and I feel sick for the people that go every week and watch your garbage. Rubbish. VFL at best standard, not even, because I reckon there's VFL sides that'll beat you. And take some pride in what you do, because what I've seen this year in the last 3 games, what was the total losing margin of 3 games? You did say it before, 150-something points,
156
whatever,
points, yeah.
whatever it is. So you know what, North? How about you forfeit? Leave the time slot open. People can just go and get a bite to eat before the 7:30 game, because it's a waste of time, and you make me sick. Done. Port by 10, 12, 13, 14 goals, whatever.
Caro Zero.
When you forfeit, do you ring the AFL and say,
Hey, we're not playing.
Laura, we forfeit?
Laura, who's Laura?
Laura Kane? Do
Yeah.
you ring Laura Kane?
Or do you ring
if you
Dill?
forfeit, or you ring Dylan?
Dill or Gill?
Gills, whatever his name is.
Dill.
Dill.
No worries.
He's a Dill.
What's your
He's a Dill
excuse?
Andrew
We haven't got enough players. We've got too many players out on.
Yeah,
Like local indoor
see-
sports where
gonna
you got to
see
ring up
fill-ins
for a
or whatever,
forfeit.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, they'll say that first. They'll
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
come on, we can get you up. Do you need fill-ins from the game before? Get fill-ins from the game before.
Listen, mate, I can get some reserves players. And we can't afford to fly them up.
Well,
Well, they could drive like you said before. Just
Maybe.
leave on Friday.
Yeah, maybe do that.
No, good rap.
I don't want to
like
waste another second on these morons.
you held your tongue then.
it. Okay. Saturday, it's a Saturday night game. Manuka Oval, GWS versus Western Bulldogs. Good game of footy, this.
Great game.
Really good game of footy. See, the round's improved.
Thank God, because it's been pretty poor up until now. Jesse Hogan's is so important for them. I think he's going to play.
He's going to play.
Yeah, I
though,
think he's going to play. But geez, the Bulldogs are going well.
But I reckon without Strop, he's no good on his own.
Strop.
Yeah, Jesse Hogan, is it? Or Paul Hogan? Are we
Paul
talking about
Hogan.
Paul Hogan or Jesse
Oh,
Hogan?
sorry, Jesse Hogan.
It could be
Or
Tom,
Tom
Hogan,
Hogan.
the bowler.
Bowler,
then he
golfer,
needs Craig
whatever he is.
Alderman.
Well, it's Terry Alderman.
Craig Alderman!
Look at Craig
Hey,
Alderman.
no, you're in fine form
Craig
tonight.
McDermott.
That's right, and Terry Alderman.
Terry Alderman. It's like last week. we
Terry
got-
McDermott, Craig
Yeah, do you
McDermott.
know Terry McDermott, if I'm not wrong, is an actor on Cop Shop, and I'm not kidding. Am I
is,
right?
yeah.
The Irishman.
Yep.
I
Then
was
you got
right.
Chris McDermott.
Yeah. Good old.
Oh, that's brilliant.
You know Chris
Last week
McDermott?
you said Gordon Greenwich was a
He
bowler.
did.
That's brilliant.
No, you said that.
No,
No,
I
I said it. I
didn't.
said it. Cricket's not my thing.
You know,
I love it.
Yeah, Chris McDermott, right? That's the Adelaide player.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when he first started, I thought he was like 50 years old.
Yeah, he looked.
He
yeah.
looked. Imagine when he
So-
was 15 at high school. He would have been the oldest man, beard and everything.
Yeah, you know when Dermy knocked him out in the first ever Adelaide Crows game, and he was out.
Yep.
He was dead. Like, and his boots were upright.
Yeah.
And like that was 1991, so I'm showing my age. I was 15, 16.
Yep.
And I'm looking at his boots, going, I want a pair of those Copamundles. They look great.
Being assisted to the interchange bench. McDermott. Oh, down he goes. Oh, there'll be a fight on here. Negri's in quickly. McDermott's hurt. That was terrible stuff there.
So
And that got me wanting
Jeremy
those
Bloke-
boots because he was unconscious.
I know we're going off.
And I bought a pair and I wore those playing
So there you
footy.
go.
They were
So
the best.
thank you.
The Copamundles were great.
So either they sold Chris McDermott a
they
bit of
sold a pair of boots while he
of
was
that.
unconscious.
Do you know?
That's
We're going off this complete topic.
Yep.
Remember that bloke that played in that game? He had the best name, mate.
Oh, I know.
The best name.
For Adelaide.
Yeah.
Romano Negri.
No, yeah, that was cool. But I like this bloke because he glad John Clug.
John Clug.
John Clug.
John Clug. He was a handy player.
Do you reckon he played in that game?
I don't know.
I reckon
Number
he did.
20?
What number was he,
Yeah,
John Clug?
number
Yeah,
20.
20, mate.
20.
John Clug. Everyone remembers John
We'll double
Blue
check
Clug.
that. He was
Yeah.
in that era.
Wasn't
so
he,
I'm sure
wasn't,
Johnny.
yeah.
wasn't he a Sunny boy?
Moving on.
on.
Who wins this one,
Glug.
boys?
Like, oh, jeez, we're on GWS Western
Sunny
Bulldogs.
boys. Yeah.
GWS will bounce
Yeah,
back.
I think
in
so.
a real arm wrestle. This will be
A ripping game.
I'm
I
glad
reckon.
you said
one
that.
for the ages.
I'm glad you said that.
And they've got great rivalry, these two.
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
They'll bash each other up. It'll be good
Oh, they play good on, and they play good on Honey Oval.
on Honey Oval. Hopefully, it's not greasy or dewy on Saturday night in Canberra.
sticky.
Of course it will
Or
be.
sticky. Of course it will.
Of course it will be. Manuka, Canberra, it's always like
Got to
that.
put a roof on Canberra's ground.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
I've been
It only
telling
cost
you.
a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
I've been telling... No, okay, all right. A couple of bucks in the scheme of things.
I don't get a couple of
The
bucks in
AFL
the scheme of
they
things.
borrowed
I know
half
what
$1
he's
billion during COVID, the AFL. They've got money in the bank, mate.
Yeah.
It's not like they can't afford a roof.
I reckon GWS by about 2 goals. I reckon it's going to
Yeah,
be tight.
that's about right.
Okay, if Jesse Oaken plays GWS, if he doesn't, Western Bulldogs.
That's fair.
I know I'm sitting on the fence.
that's fair
but-
enough. That's a
but-
fair
Yeah.
point.
Also, how much of an effect does Darcy have in that forward structure?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I think if anyone, like, they've shown that they can get by, right? Like, he hasn't been, even the games he hasn't been dominant, they've gotten close and they've beat, you know.
Okay, but who's going to take the game if need be, scruff of the neck? And it's not going to be a Norton.
It has to be Norton. It has to be Norton. It has to be.
It's not going to be a Norton.
No, but it has to be. It has to be Norton.
He's found a little bit of form.
Look, we all know he can take a mark. He just can't
Oh,
kick.
I'm out.
3 goals, 3. Let's move on before
I'm
this
out.
goes off the rails.
I'm out.
Any further.
Sunday, People First Stadium at 1:15. This is a Sunday game, obviously.
Yep.
Gold Coast versus Sydney. And that's Gold Coast is back at home.
Well, this will tell me, well, I don't know if you agree, if they're imposters or not, like he calls them. If they go out and beat, I know they're playing it up, but if they go out and beat Sydney, although Sydney aren't world beaters these days,
Sydney
I'm
ain't good,
with you. You got to give them a little bit of a go, right? They've fought back. The Gold Coast of old would just completely,
Capitulate.
lose their minds.
I've seen enough. They can win this. I've seen enough.
I think Gold
don't
Coast.
wanna-
I think Gold Coast wins.
Yeah, I think they win too, but I've seen enough. I don't care if they beat Sydney. That proves nothing to me, mate. You come down to Melbourne, you get on the plane, the same thing that they've been going on for 10 years with Gold Coast. They tried to rectify it this year, and the last 2 games last year, travelling, and they go and lose to Richmond. If you've got any aspirations, mate, you cannot
It's
lose
just
that
a
game.
hiccup.
It's not. It's not.
Sorry, interrupt you.
No, it's just not. I think Gold Coast win, but
Well, what do you make of Sydney this year? Seriously, like,
they're shocking. They're
do you
shocking.
reckon? I was looking. Do you reckon Cox's game plan is similar to the horse?
Yeah.
Horse and Cox. Like, what a combination.
What was the... no, anyway.
What I'm saying is,
I'm lost.
are they
Lost.
are they trying to play
I
a
don't know.
similar game, but he's trying to change it up a little bit? Do you know what I mean? And they're a
I
little
actually
bit
don't
lost.
know. I couldn't tell you.
Because I tell you what, mate, I don't know what they're trying to do. Seriously.
I thought you were going to crack a joke there. I was
Nah.
just going to laugh at anything.
What's he doing putting McCartan forward
they've got
again?
to, that's got to stop.
Oh, that's got to stop.
What are you doing?
I think that won't happen ever again. I can guarantee.
He said it'll never happen again, and 2 weeks later he does it.
No, but after yesterday, because then they went back and they finally got back in the game. I think he's learnt his lesson.
Okay, we'll see.
It'll never happen
just
again.
don't-
Shouldn't it?
They're
They've got
no
a lot
good.
of injuries.
They have got a few
And
out.
so how many more injuries can you sustain before
that's
you
it.
absolutely
That's it. But again,
at rock bottom?
again,
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think they're going to, if they'll lose this, I think they'll lose this week. They're going to start to drop. I don't even know if Sydney will play finals this year.
Nah.
No, I don't.
There's
no,
no
I don't
chance,
think
I
so.
think.
Anyway,
There's a lot better sides than Sydney this year.
I agree with that.
Yeah, there are.
So we're all going Gold Coast.
When Aaron
Yeah.
Francis is running around,
Kick 3.
kick 3 as a sub.
Anyway,
Sunday MCG 3:20 Carlton versus Geelong. The Blues are in town. They're at the G.
I know they're in town. They're playing at MCG.
75,000
Of course
Up and
they're in
about.
town.
up and about. Supporters think they're a top 4 chance again.
okay, so do you want to go or am I going to?
Go for your life.
They're a chance.
Why? Because Geelong.
No, and I'll
played
tell
a
you why. No,
massive
no, no.
game
No,
today.
I'm going to tell you a stat now. Not a stat.
Go on.
It's bleeding obvious
A
if
fact.
people look at it. It's a fact. And this got nothing to do with Carlton or Geelong, mind you. AFL, what the F are you doing? They've got a 9-day break, Carlton. They've got a 6-day break after today. That's ridiculous. I don't care if it's Carlton, Geelong, Richmond, Melbourne. It doesn't matter who it is. We're not talking about the clubs here.
Good call.
We're talking about the fact.
Good
How
call.
do you give a side 9 days and 6 days in such a big game, right? So Geelong's played tonight, but tomorrow they're still going to be, sore, whatever.
Recovery. There's nothing happening tomorrow.
Right.
Yep.
So you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then you're back out again. Carlton's recovered by now, and they got the rest of the time now is going to be a rest. It's not right.
It's the same
just
as
not
Collingwood Brisbane Thursday night when Collingwood started pulling away and Brisbane were off the back of a 5-day break.
Yeah.
Now everyone says 5-day break, but they actually only had day of
what
the
I mean.
day.
Yeah, that's the
It's actually
trouble.
4 days.
That's what I'm saying. And 100%.
So the only thing I'll say, because it was like Good Friday and Carlton play on Good Friday, they play North on Good Friday.
Yeah, you can't-
Right? And and Monday. What's today? Good Monday? What Monday?
Easter Monday.
Today's
Easter
Easter
Monday.
Monday.
But then, hang on, before you, I don't want to interrupt
Good
you.
Monday.
He's destroyed me this episode.
No,
Yeah.
before you go on, we're going
Yeah.
to say, well, then play. I know they can't because it's traditional Geelong.
That's
Hawthorn
it,
and
that's
Monday.
the only reason why.
All right, that's the problem. Because I was going to say, play them on Saturday then.
Yeah, but then there's no.
It defeats the
yeah,
purpose of the
yeah.
Monday. I'll
Can't-
get it.
No, I agree with
The
you.
mistake
but-
is that Carlton shouldn't be playing Geelong.
Geelong. There
That's
you
the
go.
mistake.
Yeah, there you go. That's
it.
Not the 9
That's
days.
it. Yeah, that's it.
Because those 2 games have to happen, North and Carlton.
Geelong
and
has to
and
play
Hawthorn,
late Sunday, or get that, and they've got to play someone.
who played Saturday.
They should be
or Sunday.
playing like.
Anyone.
Who played late last night?
So
Like, they should be playing Sydney or someone
Or
like that.
St. Kilda
but-
or something.
Yeah,
or
St.
Dog-
Kilda or the Dogs.
Yeah. On that note,
right.
Carlton will get over the line. They will grind them down because Carlton will look at that and go, "This is what we need to do. If we can stay in the game till late,
Yeah,
they'll be able to get them." I think Carlton win by a kick or 2. I'm serious
interesting.
for that reason alone.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Geelong's a better side, but circumstances, Carlton could get them.
How excited would you be if you beat
Do you
Geelong?
agree with me or disagree?
I understand where you're
Have I
coming
got a
from.
fair point?
Yeah, it's a fair point. How many if Myers won't play?
Well, he hasn't got concussion.
Myers,
He got smacked. He's not concussion.
How's he going to play?
he couldn't walk off
He
the
got
ground.
in the mouth.
Yeah, no, but he could
He's
have.
going
I don't
to
know.
wear a neck brace and everything. Why he's going to play like that?
So you're saying he's the difference? I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm just talking
not
about
at all.
players that are injured and who's out.
But everyone's got injuries.
It was a
But-
massive. It was massive today for
Geelong.
So it could be a
as far
letdown.
as they could be not flat. They could be
Fatigued.
Fatigued.
That's what I
yeah.
said. So who are you tipping?
I'm still tipping Geelong because Carlton didn't do anything to impress me.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I agree.
But I hate saying that because your theory is really it's right.
It's good theory and it's got some validity. but
If it's tight at the end, Carlton will come.
That's what I'm
roaring
saying.
Home. That's a possibility.
yeah, but you saw Geelong today. They quelled it. They're too experienced
Smart
to go.
football.
They have. You want to talk about the best footballer in Australia? There's a young kid there, Paddy Dangerfield. He's a fantastic young footballer.
Carlton got one of him. No,
No.
So who wins for you?
Geelong.
No, really? So you're not giving Carlton much of a chance? The way you're saying it.
Well, it's Carlton or Geelong. I picked Geelong.
Yeah, I know,
I'm
but
saying really
is
like
Carl-
I said Richmond in this game.
Is
No,
Carlton a
it's Geelong.
chance?
No chance.
Okay.
They're not good enough.
Okay, fair enough. No problem.
They've beaten West Coast and North Melbourne in 18 games. You can win this, Carlton, but until you do, you mean nothing in the AFL.
Jeez. Okay.
Sunday, 4:45, Marvel Stadium, twilight game. Hawthorn versus West Coast. Yuck.
I'm just going
Bollocking
to say we
and
won't
move
be
on.
covering this rubbish. We're not.
These are the games in 1983 when you go around the grounds and
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
coverage.
Yeah.
Let's go to George Ferrier. No coverage of this game.
George Ferrier, my ribbon.
There'll be one camera at this game, no
Yeah.
commentators, nothing. This is rubbish.
And I've got to work it. How fun's that?
This is rubbish, though. I'm
It is.
sorry. This is rubbish. Let's not
They've
even
got to
bother.
play.
Hawthorn by 6,000 points for me.
Can't they do it, North?
What's 6,000 points in total? How many goals do you have to kick?
1,000.
100. No, 1,000, yeah.
1,000
How
goals.
can I beat you in
1,000
that?
goals. Yeah,
So
beat me.
999 goals, 6 is 6,000.
Yeah,
Is that right?
correct.
There we go.
Jeez, so there are chances. Okay.
That could break the record. No, they'll win comfortably.
You know
Might
what
be
West
a
Coast should
record.
do? They should ring North and go,
Yeah.
tell us about that forfeit thing. How'd you manage to forfeit?
So there could be 2 forfeits in 1 week. That's got to
Forfeit.
go down in history.
I'm talking
Managers
about-
will be filthy about 2 forfeits because then they've got to get their registration fee off them. You
well.
can't play next week until you
well.
pay your registration fee for your
Oh, well.
forfeit.
Yeah, that's true. Is that like saying indoor footy was the same?
That's what happens with indoor
See?
footy and indoor soccer. You ring up, you got to pay your forfeit fee.
Anyway, we're talking
Do you think
rubbish.
North could
Yeah,
afford
we're
their
talking
forfeit
rubbish.
fee?
North. Ooh,
Maybe not. Hawthorn by 10 goals plus.
yeah, not even.
I'll go 50 points plus.
Okay.
Just sticking
Fair
that
enough.
there. Yeah,
Anyway.
70 points plus.
There you have it, our preview of round 7 in the books. Let us know who you think wins, and we'll see you in the next one.